You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
This is a story of Christmas. Long, long ago, on a cold, bleak Christmas Eve, a grumpy old man named Ebenezer Scrooge sat busy in his office counting out his money and keeping close watch on his clerk, Bob Cratchit, through the open door. Now, Scrooge was such a mean man, he couldn't share the joy and spirit of giving, which everyone around him felt at Christmas time. And when his nephew came by to wish him a Merry Christmas, all Scrooge could say was, "Ah, humbug," and he refused the young man's warm invitation to Christmas dinner. When it grew dark on that frosty Christmas Eve, old Scrooge went home to his empty and gloomy house and locked himself in. As he sat by the fire before going to bed, he was startled by an apparition.
Humbug, I'm seeing things.
But in an instant, Scrooge realized that standing before him was the ghost of Jacob Marley, his former business partner who had died on Christmas Eve just 7 years ago.
Hear me, Ebenezer Scrooge. I am now doomed to walk forever over the world among my fellow men, because I shunned them and showed them little kindness in life. But I have come to warn you that you still have a chance to become a good man. At the stroke of one, on the next 3 nights, you will be visited by 3 spirits. Heed these, gentle spirit Scrooge, and you still will have a chance. Heed them well, heed them, heed them.
On the following night at exactly 1 o'clock, a spirit appeared.
I am the spirit of Christmas past. Come with me and see yourself as a child and younger man.
Scrooge saw how selfish he'd been toward all his loved ones in his youth, how he had cared for nothing but riches, and how he had grown more and more greedy with age. On the second night, the clock struck and the spirit of Christmas present appeared.
Come with me, Scrooge, to the humble home of your clerk, Bob Cratchit.
It was a cheerful sight to see the Cratchit family at their Christmas dinner. Bob and his 4 children cried out in delight as Mrs. Cratchit brought in the steaming plum pudding with holly stuck on top. But most of all, old Scrooge, standing invisible with the spirit, noticed Tiny Tim, who wore braces and carried a crutch, and sat close to his father's side. After dinner, Bob Cratchit proposed a toast to Mr. Scrooge. But Mrs. Cratchit said, oh, who would want to drink the health of such a horrible, stingy old man as Mr. Scrooge? But this was Christmas, and so they all drank a toast. And Tiny Tim said,
God bless us, everyone.
But old Scrooge saw their faces look glum for the first time at the thought of wishing him a Merry Christmas. At the stroke of 1 on the 3rd night, the spirit of Christmas yet to come appeared, and bade Ebenezer Scrooge,
Walk with me through the city. See the changes in the shops and shopkeepers. Listen, they're talking about you, about mean, bitter old Scratch who has just died.
When Scrooge realized they were talking about him, he cried,
No, take me somewhere else.
Next, the spirit led him to Bob Cratchit's house, and Scrooge saw the empty chair that poor little Tiny Tim had sat in.
Tell me, gentle spirit, are these the shadows of things that will really happen, or are they things that only may happen?
The spirit was silent.
Good spirit, I've learned a lesson. I see now that I may find happiness only by kindness to others. You have my word. I'll honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year.
Next morning, Ebenezer Scrooge awoke a changed man. He jumped out of bed, quickly dressed in his best clothes, stopped at the poulterer's to send the Cratchit family a huge turkey.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
He cried everywhere he went as he made his way to his nephew's house for dinner.
Merry Christmas, Bob, my good fellow. This Christmas I have a special gift for you. A raise in salary.
Well, thereafter, Ebenezer became a good friend to everyone, especially to Tiny Tim, who lived on. Scrooge's heart was filled with joy and laughter, and it was always said of him that he knew how to keep the Christmas well.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Listen, listen, hear those bells over the valleys and the dells, tinkling brightly as we glide along, singing ding-a-ling-dong, the sleigh bell song.
Dancing, prancing through the snow, snowflakes swirling to and fro. Happy and gay is our happy throng, singing ding-a-ling-dong, the sleigh bell song. Jing-a-ling-a-jing, jing, jing-a-ling-a-jing, jing, happy little sleigh bells ring. Jing-a-ling-a-jing, jing, jing-a-ling-a-jing, jing, as the sleigh bell song we sing. Merry Christmas to you all, hear the sleigh bells gaily call. Happy as a lark the whole day long, singing ding-a-ling-dong, the sleigh bell song. Dancing, prancing through the snow, snowflakes swirling to and fro. Happy and gay is our happy throng, singing ding-a-ling-dong, the sleigh bell song. Jing-a-ling-a-jing, jing, jing-a-ling-a-jing, jing, happy little sleigh bells ring. Jing-a-ling-a-jing, jing, jing-a-ling-a-jing, jing, as the sleigh bell song we sing. Merry Christmas to you all, Hear the sleigh bells gaily call. Happy as a lark the whole day long, singing ding-a-ling-dong, the sleigh bell song. Jing-a-ling-a-jing, jing, jing-a-ling-a-jing, jing, happy little sleigh bells ring. Jing-a-ling-a-jing, jing, jing-a-ling-a-jing, jing, as the sleigh bell song we sing. Merry Christmas to you all, hear the sleigh bells gaily call. Happy as a lark the whole day long, singing ding-a-ling-dong, the sleigh bell song.
Who's that gliding through the sky as his reindeer swiftly fly? House to house without a pause, here comes Tinkertown Santa Claus. Down the chimney wiggly boom, and he lands in the living room. Fills the stockings and then he's gone, leaving Tinkertown before the dawn.
Tinkertown folks are no different from us, but their voices they can't control.
When Tinkertown folks all start to sing,
It sounds like they're standing in a hole.
next year Santa, when you call, please bring us the wherewithal, so we won't sound like we're a mole, singing songs in a great big hole.
Tinkertown folks are no different from us, but their voices they can't control.
When Tinkertown folks all start to sing,
It sounds like they're standing in a hole.
next year Santa, when you call, please bring us the wherewithal, so we won't sound like we're a mole, singing songs in a great big hole.
When next Christmas comes around and Santa comes to Tinkertown,
He'll bring voices sparkling new, Tinkertown folks will sound like you.
next year Santa, when you call, please bring us the wherewithal,
So we won't sound like we're a mole, singing songs in a great big hole.
when next Christmas comes around and Santa comes to Tinkertown,
He'll bring voices sparkling new, Tinkertown folks will sound like you.
in the house upon the hill, hanging on the windowsill, was a little Christmas stocking with a hole in the toe. And when Santa came to call at the house upon the hill, he saw the Christmas stocking hanging in the candle glow.
Santa chuckled to himself as he walked across the floor to the little Christmas stocking with the hole in the toe. And he saw a note was pinned to the place where it was tore. He read the note, then turned his head so teardrops would not show.
The note said, Santa, I am just a little boy, and I have everything that could bring me Yuletide joy. When you fill my stocking, if it should overflow, I won't mind if something pushes through the hole in tow.
Santa went back to his sled and he loaded up his sack. Then he went back down the chimney and his heart was oh so glad. And he filled the stocking until no more he could pack. 'Cause the note said, "Please, dear Santa, could you make the gifts for Mom and Dad?"
The note said, "Santa, I am just a little boy, and I have everything that could bring me Yuletide joy. When you fill my stocking, if it should overflow, I won't mind if something pushes through the hole in the toe."
Santa went back to his sled and he loaded up his sack. Then he went back down the chimney and his heart was oh so glad. And he filled the stocking until no more he could pack. 'Cause the note said, "Please, dear Santa, could you make the gifts for Mom and Dad?"
18 cents, 18 cents, 18 cents is what I've got. 18 cents, 18 cents, 18 cents is not a lot. I've got 18 cents to spend for Christmas. Don't know what to do. Must buy gifts for Mom and Dad and Rover, teacher and sister too. I'll get Daddy 2 big books of matches when he wants to smoke. And Mommy will get a new ashtray just like the one I kinda broke. A penny for the matches, a nickel for the tray. That leaves 12 whole cents. And Rover gets a soup bone the butcher gives away. And teacher gets a ruler to take measurements. That will leave 10 cents to spend for Christmas. Sis gets a candy bar. And then I'll still have 5 cents left to buy our tree a silver star. A penny for the matches, a nickel for the tray. That leaves 12 whole cents. And Rover gets a soup bowl the butcher gives away. And teacher gets a ruler to take measurements. That will leave 10 cents to spend for Christmas. Sis gets a candy bar. And then I'll still have 5 cents left to buy our Christmas tree a silver star.
Christmas bells are ringing, hear that music fill the air. Happy voices singing, Christmas carols everywhere. Santa Claus comes winging, north wind whistling through his hair. This is the sound of Christmas. footsteps creeping down the stairs on Christmas Eve. Eager eyes are peeping at the gifts that they'll receive. Old Saint Nick comes sneaking, it's too wondrous to believe. This is the sound of Christmas. A million bells, a billion laughs, the heart so young and gay. The oohs and ahs, the bedside prayers.
Please, Mr. Santa, won't you bring me a sleigh?
Mother starts her baking bright and early Christmas Day. And there's no mistaking that a turkey's on the way. Time out now for taking all the family to pray. This is the sound of Christmas. A million bells, a billion laughs, the heart so young and gay. The oohs and ahs, the bedside prayers.
Please, Mr. Santa, won't you bring me a sleigh?
Mother starts her baking bright and early Christmas Day. And there's no mistaking that a turkey's on the way. Time out now for taking all the family to pray. This is the sound, the happy, happy sound. This is the sound of Christmas.
"'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there.
The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced through their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled ourselves for a long winter's nap, when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter. I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash.
The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer.
With a little old driver so lively and quick, why, I knew in a moment he must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and he shouted and he called them by name.
Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Dunder and Blixen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all.
And then in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, why, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound.
He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his sack.
The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth,
and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly.
He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread.
He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod up the chimney he rose.
He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas, everybody.